Hey everyone, it's April 30th and it's the last day of VEDA. I did it. So, had a pretty nice week dog sitting for my parents. It was nice. I feel like for some reason I didn't have a super stressful week. I'm not really sure exactly why, because it wasn't really until Friday that my kids started doing anything test related. And I definitely had some days where I was stressed about it being boring, so maybe the week itself did have its stressful parts. But the end of the week was nice, and maybe because Friday was more of a testing day, Friday itself was more calm, and then I had the weekend, and actually tomorrow they're testing as well. So that was nice. I enjoyed my day today. I went to church with my boyfriend, then we got lunch, and I went to take out the dogs at my parents' house, and then we came back and hung out at my place so that I was closer to church for youth group. And youth group was nice. It was a little interesting. So we went outside for the kids to play some games. And on the way out there, we saw like a couple of the lizards, the blue-tailed skinks, running around. And when we were coming back, I was walking kind of like with some youth behind us and another adult leader. And we saw one of the skinks kind of like off to the side, and the adult leader kept trying to stomp his foot to get it to run off, and he wouldn't, and we realized that it was dead. So he kind of flipped it over on his back on accident. We're like, oh, it's dead. So he bent down into the little grassy area and flipped it back over, and we went aside. And then later, we were looking through a window, and we saw a youth person walking around there with a plunger, and we were thinking, what's he doing with a plunger? And then we saw a second adult leader come over with a post hole digger. We're like, okay, what's going on? And then we realized someone said something, and we realized that there was a copperhead snake over there. And I think those two adult leaders saw it. They came walking up after we had passed by. So I'm pretty sure when that first adult leader kicked over that dead lizard and went to flip him back over, that the copperhead was chilling in the grass at that time. So those two adult leaders tried to get the snake, tried to kill it with a post hole digger, because it's a poisonous snake hanging around where the youth are, and it kind of crawled into this little crack underneath the church building a little bit that was a little bit up above the ground. So they waited a little bit, and then I don't know if he came back out, but they went back over and got him with the post hole digger, and then they moved him away. So that's all safe. But yeah, that was interesting, and especially the thought that the poisonous snake, that the lizard could very well have been dead because it got bit by the snake, who was probably preparing to eat him when we came along and fiddled around with him a little bit while there was a poisonous snake right there. It kind of made me cringe a little bit to think that. But luckily nobody got bit by a poisonous snake. And that was my adventure for the evening. So I'm going to get ready to hop in the shower. I've got some clothes in the laundry that I'm going to hopefully toss in the dryer soon, because I got a little behind on laundry this week, but it's okay. I currently have about 4 weeks left of actual class time before the exams start, which is good, because I'm ready to kind of wind down, because the longer, sometimes I get a little bit stressed out, just regular job stuff, and summer's nice to kind of get a break and try and reset, and hopefully I can do a little work on some of my curriculum so that it is better for next year. Alright, thanks for watching my VEDA videos. If you watched even one of them, awesome. And I don't know when I'll be back, to be perfectly honest. I like making videos, but when life gets busy, it's one of the first things to kind of go on the back burner for a long time. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.